Welcome, and this is the lead word. I'm your host, one of your hosts, Chad Bauman. Also with me is Trey Daubert. Haven't recorded in a long time. Trey, what's going on?
What a Sunday. What a Sunday that was. I just have a little bit of a rant, Chad. I had this prepared because I want people to watch this show too. I didn't tell you about this rant earlier, but let's talk about, three guys that have really killed it this NFL season. Nick Chubb, he leads the NFL in rushing by a mile. I mean, nobody's even close to him. He's like 100 yards better than the next best guy in terms of rushing yards. I know it's 3 weeks into the year, but whatever. Amon-Ra St. Brown. I mean, what a stud that guy is. The Lions have turned the corner. And I know we're going to talk about him later, but he's top 10 in receiving yards out of nowhere with Jared Goff throwing him the ball. And then we have your guy, Jalen Hurts, who, if you had to pick an MVP 3 weeks into the year, and I know that's ridiculous, but Jalen Hurts would win the award. So my message to everyone is go to the fucking gym. We see all these workout videos of Jalen Hurts squatting 600 fucking pounds and Nick Chubb squatting 800 fucking pounds and Amon-Ra St. Brown. His dad was Mr. Universe, John St. Brown or something. I don't know what his name is, but all those guys go in the fucking weight room. And all three of those guys get better every time you see them. So my message to the people is go to the fucking weight room and go Birds.
And don't skip leg day, I guess.
Yeah.
Leg day is very important.
Jalen Hurts, he looks better every time you see him.
Yes, I love Jalen Hurts. So I mean, I guess I don't know if we're going to start with the Eagles right away. I don't know.
Let's do it.
Okay. I got to say this, man. I have been saying it for the longest time. I am not a Jalen Hurts fan. I'm not a whoever fan. I'm an Eagles fan. But Jalen Hurts is a fucking cool dude, man. I've been saying this for the longest time. I said I didn't know if Jalen Hurts was going to be a good quarterback, but I really want him to be a good quarterback. Just because everything that guy fucking does is cool. Everything.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Jalen Hurts could fucking fall down a flight of stairs. It would be the coolest thing you'd ever fucking seen in your life. Everybody would be lining up. Hey, I want to go fucking fall down the flight of stairs next.
As a freshman at Alabama, he couldn't throw the ball. He couldn't throw. He really couldn't throw.
He couldn't throw it as a sophomore either, because then he got benched.
He really couldn't throw until he went to Lincoln Riley. And even then, when he was at Oklahoma, it was
it was hit or miss. It was hit or miss. I forget the guy's name, but he works out with some dude, some quarterback guru guy. I forget the guy's name. He's out in LA or whatever. He works out with him. Huh?
Is it Jordan Palmer?
I think so. Well, he works out with him every offseason. And you could tell it's been working.
Go to the fucking gym. Work harder.
Yeah.
Guys.
And I think Jalen Hurts is the biggest reason why the Eagles are fucking winning, and why they're 3-0 right now, is because he hasn't been automatic. Obviously, the Detroit game was at the beginning of the game, he had to find his rhythm. But once he found it, and I guess we could call his rhythm AJ Brown, for that game.
Yeah.
Because once he found AJ Brown, he didn't stop finding AJ Brown, but he was on the money once he found him.
I think it's important to remember a couple things. The Eagles have really helped him. Their offensive line. It wouldn't have mattered who was the quarterback for the Commanders and who the quarterback was for the Eagles this past week. The Eagles would have won that game. I mean, Wentz was sacked how many times? 10 times?
9.
Hurts doesn't get sneezed on. The whole game, he doesn't get sneezed on.
Yeah. And I think Sirianni's play call has been really good, too. There's a few exceptions. I think, the one, I think it was 4th down. They went for it in the red zone, and they called, a jet sweep, and they were, 1 yard away from, you got to, let either Hurts runs that or you do some kind of option where Hurts throws it. But you got to put the ball. You don't give the ball out of Hurts' hands in that situation. But
it's not a normal.
Play call's been really good. Jonathan Gannon. I mean, I don't know. The offensive they've been playing have been a little bit questionable.
It's a Mickey Mouse offense. I mean,
defense.
It's not a normal anything, really. I mean, they're not running a pro style anything.
Are you talking about the Eagles, or I'm talking about the Eagles defense?
I was talking about the Eagles offense. I mean, that's not a pro style offense that they're running.
No, I mean it's kind of like whatever Nick Sirianni's feeling at the time. Like it's like, hey, maybe we'll do an option. I don't know. I will do a fucking flea flicker. Who cares? I don't know. It's whatever I want.
And fucking
I mean,
Dad, I'll tell you this. This is the best wide receiver core you've ever had.
Ever. Without a doubt. No, I would say maybe the year that we had T.O. might have been better, but that wasn't really much of a wide receiver core as much as it was just we had T.O.
Yeah.
But yeah, like as a group, this is probably the best group I've ever seen.
And even fucking Goddard's pretty good.
Yeah. And of course, I don't have him fantasy this year. Well, at least in our league, I don't have him.
Yeah.
Of course.
I think people should understand this. Chad has an extra smile on his face. It wouldn't fucking matter if the Phillies were bad. It wouldn't matter if the Sixers were bad. As long as the Eagles are in the hunt, Philly fans are going to be happy.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how it works. I'm like I said, I the only kind of issue for me so far this year has been the defense. But I mean, let's be honest. Like, yeah, Detroit came back, but I mean, they were down by like 28 points by the time they started scoring. So like, it was kind of like it would have been hard to lose that game. Yeah. The Vikings are, I think they're just, I don't want to say they're hot garbage because obviously they beat the Packers, but I feel like everybody beats the Packers week 1 apparently.
They're
like,
fraud alert, Vikings.
Huh?
The Vikings are fraud alerts.
Yeah. I mean, Kirk Cousins, like I said it at one point, like it looked like he, like right before he threw the second pick to Darius Slay, like I put it in the Slack, I was like, it looks like he's actually trying to throw him the ball.
Hey, he threw about 4
of them directly to him like 5 fucking times. Like Darius Slay should have broke the interception record that game because Kirk Cousins wasn't fucking trying. Like Kirk Cousins was trying to help him. Like I don't know.
I don't know what this Max is doing. Yeah, I don't.
I can't even see him.
Minnesota, I think Minnesota frauds, but this Eagles team, I don't want you to get your hopes up too much, but I think they're real. I don't know. Can they win a playoff game or two? I think that's reasonable.
I would say so.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly at this point, I feel like you can't say they're not going to win the NFC East at least. So, I mean, because like I'm not fucking scared of Cooper Rush. Like I don't care that he's beat the Giants. I don't care that he's beat I don't care that he's beat the Bengals.
I bought into the idea that maybe Dallas's defense is better than everyone wants to admit, though.
No, I feel like they definitely have the best defense in the.
Michael Parsons is fucking sick.
Yeah, I feel like they definitely have the best defense, but I mean the fact that what did they score, like fucking 20, barely 20 against the fucking Giants.
I thought the Giants were gonna win. I really did at one point.
That's my point. Like I don't care how good their defense is. Like I don't think that their defense is good enough to like fucking come out here and stomp the Eagles. Like the Giants scored 13 fucking points. You're telling me that the Eagles aren't going to at least get 24? Like that 24 wins you that fucking game.
Easy.
And I think the Eagles can get 24. I think Jalen Hurts is he's more athletic and more mobile than fucking Daniel Jones, and he can definitely throw better than Daniel Jones. Like I don't think
they definitely have a better offensive line than the Giants do, and they definitely have better receivers.
They have a better wide receivers than the Giants do. Like Sterling Shepard's the Giants' best wide receiver. They're paying like $40 million fucking to Kenny Galladay to fucking sit on the bench. Like
he sucks.
Like I'm not scared of the Giants. So I feel like the Eagles are clear NFC East winners. Like I feel like at this point, like obviously we don't know what's going to happen with injuries and shit like that, but I feel like it's got to be the Eagles.
I agree. And Washington's offensive line is so fucking putrid. They had no shot.
Yeah, and I said that before the season. I said this is the best wide receiver core Carson Wentz has ever had to work with, but it's his worst offensive line.
Their offensive line is fucking horrible.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And as far as, the Eagles playing Jacksonville, I think I like their chances to win. I think it'll be close, but I mean, at the same time, like Jacksonville got down bad to the Commanders. They ended up coming back and made it close, but I feel like the Eagles have some opportunities to kind of like stomp Jacksonville here.
Talk about a Doug Peterson revenge game, though. That'll be interesting. Doug's back.
Yeah. I'm not worried. He's good for like 2 boneheaded fucking calls every game. So we'll see. He'll make some kind of dumbass decision.
Yeah. I just wanted to say, hey, Chad, I'm happy for you. The Eagles look good. And, guys, get in the fucking gym.